Welcome back to Videomas Day 13. It is Monday, the 13th of December, 2021. And yes, today's video is going to be a continuation of my mini NBA bench start cut video from a couple months ago. I'm sorry if I'm breathing heavily. Yeah. So the reason I'm doing this is because I've still got another 6 bench start cut choices, and I thought I would do it to fill the video because you liked it last time. Yeah, so I'll be right back. Yes, so we're gonna jump straight into it. It's gonna, like I always do, I'm not gonna go into too much detail about it and just then say who's going to be starting, who's going to be benched, and who's going to be cut, unfortunately, and why, maybe. Yeah, so the first one is former LA Laker and current New Orleans Pelican, Brandon Ingram, Australian and Philadelphia 76ers outer Ben Simmons, and Celtics star Jason Tatum. I'm sorry if might have done some of these already, but yeah, I'm sorry. So with this one, I think this one is kind of an easy-ish one for me. That I just think Brandon Ingram in the last couple of years has elevated his game to like in the next level. It's like when him and Randall were playing together. No, let's say him and Randall were playing together in New Orleans. They both played well, but then when Randall left, Ingram kind of gained a healthier Zion. Yeah. So I think with that, I'm going to have him be benched. Unfortunately, Ben Simmons is going to be cut. I just think the other two have more traits to them available. Ingram can shoot threes. Tatum can shoot threes. You don't see Simmons shooting many. So that one is Jason Tatum starting. So that is Jason Tatum, Brandon Ingram being benched, and Ben Simmons being cut. So next one is a prime one, which with that means that I pick over their whole career, not just like all when they were at the peak of their career. So yeah, the three options are John Stockton from the Utah Jazz, Steve Nash, All-Star, Jason Kidd. Yeah. So I will personally say that I haven't watched much of John Stockton's highlights or that whole 80s and 90s Jazz team, but I've heard they were really good. Steve Nash, I only caught the end of his career at the Lakers, like 2012 time. And Jason Kidd, he's the bold assassin. He's like, they're all good players in their prime, but I think I'm just gonna knock this one out quickly because I don't know much about all of them. So I'm probably personally gonna start John Stockton. I'm gonna bench Steve Nash, which that was a hard one because him and Kidd weren't far off each other, and then Jason Kidd is gonna get cut. So I just know Nash has been, to me, he's been craftier with, just like a lot more craftier, if you know what I mean. Yeah, or you can, and he probably hasn't had much teammate help, even though he had Amari was on that team with Dwight, Kobe, R.I.P. Kobe, sorry. Yeah. So, like I said before, it's going to be Stockton starting, Nash off the bench, and unfortunately Jason Kidd being cut. The next one is going to be another prime one. It is Ray Allen, Klay Thompson, and Reggie Miller. Those are three, probably you could say, game-defining shooting guards. When Ray hit that game saver in against the Spurs for the Heat. Bosh, out to Allen. Boom. Yeah. You know what happened then. Klay Thompson had, 37 points in a quarter, and Reggie Miller is just lethal. So I think, again, I will probably go Reggie Miller for starting, just because he seems like he is a triple threat. He can play defense, can play offense, can just do a lot of good stuff. And then, unfortunately, behind him, I've got Klay Thompson, just because he's more of a 3-point asset, even though Ray Allen is clean. That one was a massive hard point, because Klay has never kind of been on his own team. Or he has, but he's had like Curry or Draymond next to him. Yeah. So I've still got Klay in it at the bench starting shooting guard. And unfortunately, Ray Allen has been cut. That might be a controversial one to you all, but I'm sorry. Yeah. The last three is another prime one. It is Kevin Durant, current Brooklyn Net, and got his career high today, I think, at 51. Durant's former teammate, Stephen Curry, and then Kawhi Leonard. This one probably will personally be an easy one to pick. I'm probably going to go Durant to start, just because he even though he's moved around from 3 teams, every team he's gone to, he's kind of excelled, except that OKC team where they just didn't gel together at all. Yeah. So I've probably got Curry as the bench guy, Kawhi Leonard as the guy being cut. Yes. So the next two I'm going to rush through real quickly. I've got prime Jamal Crawford, crossover, Lou Williams, and Dennis Schroeder. So all 3 of those are massive ball handlers, or just good ball controllers. Yeah. So with this one, I'm probably going to go, starting is going to be Jamal Crawford, just because he could do it all off the bench, even though he's starting for me. Yeah, he was 40, and he got 40 plus points in one game. Being benched is probably going to be Lou Williams, just because he's had more of he had his actual prime of his career, while Dennis Schroeder's been shipped around from the Hawks to the Celtics to the Lakers and stuff. But saying that, Schroeder has never not been a good player. I think he's just unfortunately fumbled the bag with that Lakers deal. But props to him, he went out, got a new team, and he's playing really well. So yes, just to go over that again, it was Jamal Crawford as the starting player, Lou Williams, the 3-point and 6-man of the year assassin, Lou Williams, in that bench. And unfortunately, Dennis Schroeder has been cut. I say that, just like I said before, he just hasn't had a full prime, or he doesn't have as much skill level as those other 2, but he will in the future. So the last one for today's video, or if we do some more, let me know in the comments. So the last one is a now one. It is Seth Curry, Duncan Robinson, or Josh Richardson. So that's, I think Curry's on the Mavs. No, he used to be. Duncan Robinson's on the Heat, but he's having a bit of a shit spell at the moment. And Josh Richardson used to be on the Heat and the Mavs. Josh Richardson is on the Celtics. There you go. Yes. So I think if we're talking now, I would definitely take Seth Curry as my starting guy, because in the NBA now he's averaging 16 16-9 and just under 16-3 and 3, and 51% from the field, which is good. Yeah. And then unfortunately for Duncan Robinson, he has had a little spurt of bad games, except for yesterday where he got 26, because his last 4 games he scored 11, 10, and 6, but then in the middle of November he had 11, 6, 17, 16, 3, 0, 24, 11, 10, 6, 26. So he's slowly coming back into his prime, but he was an overaged draftee, but he didn't get drafted. Yeah. So with that, I'm gonna go Seth Curry for my starting shooting guard. Josh Richardson for my for my cut position, and Duncan Robinson for my bench position. Yes, so we'll be right back. Thanks for watching this Videomas video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content from me and want to see the next 12 days of Videomas, you can click the little red subscribe button down below. But I'm not forcing you to do anything. Yeah. So, hope to see you tomorrow for day 14. See ya.